It was my first week at a new school. Everything seemed normal at first. New teachers, lockers, cafeteria food that's kind of gross. But then, on the second floor, I noticed a door at the end of the hallway. No number, no sign. Just an old, rusty lock and a weird smell in the air. I asked one of the kids in class, "Hey, what's that room for?" He looked at me like I said something wrong. Then he whispered, "Nobody talks about room 13. Later that day, someone slipped a note into my locker. It was handwritten and messy. It said, "Don't go near the door, especially not alone." But now I have to know. What's behind that door? And why is everyone so scared of it? I waited until lunchtime when the halls were empty. I walked slowly toward room 13. My heart was pounding in my chest. I reached for the knob, and it turned. It wasn't locked anymore. The door creaked open. Inside, it looked like a classroom, but old, abandoned. Desks were covered in dust, papers scattered everywhere. There was writing on the chalkboard that sent chills down my spine. They never left. I walked in slowly, trying not to make a sound. In the back corner of the room, I found a box full of photos, black and white pictures of kids. Some of them looked familiar. I swear I saw one of my face, but it was dated 1998. That can't be right. Then I heard it. Footsteps, slow. Getting closer. I wasn't alone. I froze. The door slammed shut. I turned around expecting a teacher or security, but it was the principal. He looked calm. Too calm. I started stammering. I didn't mean to go in. I was just curious. He didn't yell. He didn't get mad. He smiled, that weird kind of smile, and said, "Curiosity runs in your family." I blinked. "What do you mean?" He handed me a small key. Old brass with the number 27 engraved on it. Then he leaned in close and whispered, "You're not the first, but maybe you'll be the last." Then he just walked away, like it was totally normal. Who else has been in that room? Why does the principal act like he knows me? And what is this key even for? I kept the key with me all day. It didn't fit any locker, any door I tried, until I dropped it in the library. It bounced, rolled behind a shelf, and suddenly the bookshelf moved. Behind it was a dark, narrow tunnel. The air was cold, and it smelled like dust and metal. I should have left, but something was pulling me forward. I used my flashlight and stepped inside. The tunnel had old wooden walls with names scratched into them. I ran my hand over one. It said, "Liam, class of 1993. Then another, "Kayla, 2007. And then, "Alex, 2025. My name. I never wrote that. How could it be here? I turned around to leave, but now, the bookshelf was gone. I was trapped. I followed the tunnel for what felt like forever. Finally, it opened into a round room hidden beneath the school. In the center was a desk, a glowing orb, and stacks of files. One file had my name. Inside were pages of notes about me, my birthday, my habits, even things I've never told anyone. The last page read, "Subject 27. Alex has shown signs of awakening. Begin phase 2. Before I could process anything, the orb lit up and a voice echoed through the chamber. "Welcome back. We've been watching you since the beginning." The room shook. I turned to run, but behind me stood 5 kids. The ones from the old photographs. They weren't older. They hadn't aged. One of them stepped forward and said, "It's your turn now." My turn. For what?